Hello neighbors, today let's do dinner together. The weather, if we take a look outside, a steady drizzle of water over a lot of window panes today. So let's do something hot, something nutritious, a lot of vegetables, stir-fried, braised, something that's just gonna make you feel good. Before we start, I gotta take time and say thank you. Much love to the neighbors who have signed up for our channel memberships. We got so excited. We were dancing in the kitchen, thinking about new recipes and just enjoying it even more. Thank you guys. First dish is gonna be Korean braised radish. I have about 7 shiitake mushrooms here. Get a big mixing bowl. Let's fill this with hot water. You don't have to put in boiling water, but just as hot as your faucet goes. Mushrooms in, and let's soak them in there. Good. Next, we have the protagonist, Korean radish. Let's trim off the end. And then just measure the length of your pointer finger. It's almost as if this radish already knew. Alright guys, and then we're gonna just speed peel the outside. And if you can't find Korean radish or mu, see if you can find some Japanese daikon. That's another good substitute. I'm gonna cut this right down the middle. And then I want you to just make some awkward cuts. Ooh. Ooh. So awkward. Ooh. Makes it even look more beautiful. After around 10 minutes, these things are going to be plump and the water is going to turn a slight brownish color. We're going to use this water, so don't throw it out. Let's take out the mushrooms. For 2 of them, I'm going to take off the stem and I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces. For another 2, I'm going to take the stem off and cut this into quarters. Stems off and then just cut this in half. And again, we got non-uniformity. Good. At this point, I want you to take out a wok, or you can use a pot as well. We're going to use ½ tablespoon of sesame oil. Wait until it gets hot. Then let's add in our mushrooms and then the Korean radish. Yeah. Just mix it around and gently coat the mushroom and the radish pieces with that sesame oil. I want you to mix this around for 1 minute. Then we're going to get our mushroom water and we're going to pour enough so that these things are submerged, not like completely underwater, but you know, just right near the top. Just like this, it ain't going to taste good. We got to add some seasoning. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. That's 1. And the 3rd tablespoon. ½ tablespoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon of gochugaru, Korean red chili pepper flakes. 2 tablespoons of mirin. That's 1. And 2. Alright, and you thought I forgot about this one. But an iPhone sized piece of dashima. By the way, this white stuff on the kelp, this is where all of the umami lies. This is kind of the natural flavors that kind of come out of the kelp once it's dried. So don't ever wash that off. Woohoo! Nice mix up here. Alright, I'm kind of tempted to just throw some noodles in there and eat this as noodles. Alright, now that it's boiling, we'll take out the dashima pieces. They've done their duty. Good job. If you keep dashima boiling for too long, they start to turn bitter. Put a lid on this now. I'm going to reduce this to a low. And if you look, now it's raining indoors as well. And we'll let this slowly reduce. The mushroom and the radish are releasing their flavors. And at the end, there should be just a little bit of broth left over. Alright, so now it's been about 15 minutes. Let's take a look. Beautiful. If I take one of our radish, it should just go right in. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, this is going to be so good. We'll get all of our Korean radish to one side. Then our mushrooms. And just get a small spoonful of the broth. Touch of sesame seeds. Alright, and just a dash of green onions or spring onions over the top. And ta-da, there it is guys, braised radish with mushrooms. Korean radish, it should be really soft now, right? Just melts like that. And if you put this, oh my gosh, it almost looks like a potato. You could put this over rice, just so nice. Take a bite. On the outside you get this balanced soy sauce with the touch of that gochugaru. And on the inside you get the natural juices just flowing out. Wow. Alright, then let's try one of the mushrooms. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Texture is like meat. You get the umami explosion in your mouth. And the second banchan is going to be Cabbage Japchae. So japchae is the traditional Korean glass noodle. But it might be hard for people to find those Korean glass noodles, which are made from sweet potato starch. So today I'm going to swap the noodles out and we're going to replace it with cabbage, very thinly sliced cabbage. Cut about 1/3 of red bell pepper, about 1/3. Then I have 3 shiitake mushrooms. We'll cut this up into thin pieces. We'll do half an onion. Cut this into thin strips as well. And asparagus is not a traditional japchae ingredient, but I saw these on sale and it'd be nice to have some green color. Just cut these at an angle. So finally, we have some cabbage. I'm gonna just cut this very thinly. And so how much should I slice? However much you can grab with one big fistful, that should be good enough, okay? And I cut this cabbage in a very strange way, but I think it's today's theme, all right? And now the most important thing, the japchae sauce. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. By the way, have you guys watched Bohemian Rhapsody? Oh, it was so good. Hey-yo. Dido. It was so good. I've been listening to all of Queen's hits for the last week. And all we hear is a radio gaga. Alright, 1 tablespoon of chopped spring onions. Then 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Right, and a few cracks of black pepper. Give this a good stir. Then get a frying pan on. I'm going to give my cast iron a little workout today. A little bit of oil. About 150 grams of pork. You can skip this and make this vegetarian, or you could swap this out with beef or even chicken breast. Anything works. Alright, once it's hot, our meat in first. Season it with salt and pepper. Throw in all of our vegetables, except for the cabbage. We'll save this for later. Oh, it looks beautiful. Alright, we'll stir this around. Let the vegetables cook down a little bit. I'm waiting for the asparagus to get a little bit more soft. Alright, we get a little bit of browning. So at this point, let's add in the cabbage. Alright. Give our sauce a little mix. Alright, and we'll let it cook a little bit more so the cabbage loses that crisp. It needs to be soft. Wow. I think that's good. Just a dash of sesame seeds. And there it is, guys. Cabbage japchae. Let's give it a taste. A little bit of everything. Oh yeah. That's japchae right there. Oh man, I love this. This is one of those dishes that you could have daily. And last but not least, let's do some Korean dumplings. So usually there's a ton of different brands, but the one that I've been eating over the last decade has been Bibigo. I think they're killing it in this market. And no, we're not sponsored by them. This is just the brand that we like. I like to cook it Japanese style, like gyoza, where it's crispy on the bottom and then soft on the top. A little bit of oil in the frying pan. Alright, and for better results, if you take this out of the freezer and let it thaw for a little bit, much better. And while we wait, I'm telling you, Mandu, these dumplings, just have a pack in your freezer, and when you're hungry, perfect banchan. Alright, let's check the bottom. It's nice and crispy. So what we'll do now, a little bit of water, pour it in, and cover it with a lid. So now that oil and water is going to react, and it's going to make it really hot in there, and cook it all the way through. Take the last one out. Take a look at the bottom. Very nice. Some radio goo goo. A little bit of soy sauce here. A little bit of sesame seeds. And there you go. Some Korean dumplings made Gyoza style. Awesome. And ta-da! Dinner is served. And what I've been waiting for really is this part so I could eat. Wow. I feel blessed today. This dinner combination of banchans we have tonight, it reminds me of something you'll see in Insadong, which is the more traditional part of Seoul. This is something else tonight. It got me dancing again. That's right, you gotta practice dance in the kitchen. That way when you go to the club,